And
All right, guys. How you guys doing? This is my show, Quantum Entanglement, and this is System Failure, IKK, Mark Viewings, and Helen the Sky Watcher Frosty. So how you guys doing tonight?
Absolutely fucking
good.
fantastic.
Oh, cool. So who's going to go first?
You go first, man.
All right, then.
While you do that, I'm going to copy and paste this shit into all these fucking groups. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, fuck.
Dominic.
Wait 1 second, I'll share screen. Right, this one.
La 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 la.
Can you guys see it yet?
Yes, I can.
I don't know what's happened to my computer, but give me a second. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Now, this has only appeared to me, I would say, yesterday on the show Hello Hello, the 1980s comedy sitcom. And to me, that just stands out like, it just looks wrong to me. I don't know. It's never been there before.
100%.
Yeah,
was not there before. Was not ever. Like, I was looking at like Schindler's List after you showed me this picture.
Yeah.
And what is it? Gert, the leading officer, now has that stripe. It wasn't there before, and obviously there's loads, and obviously in actual history they now have that there.
Yeah, according to the information I found, it's something to do with officers that served on the front line. Apparently, all German officers wore that red ribbon. They should have been in combat. Apparently, but this is the first I've heard of it. And
I agree. It wasn't there before. It really wasn't. It really stands out. It's not like
it's not little. It's just it's there. It's very noticeable. I mean, if you're not familiar with World War II history, which I am, I've read up on it quite a lot recently, and this is the first time I've actually seen this. I've never seen it before.
Well, yeah. I used to watch Hello. It was one of my. I used to watch it with my dad, and we used to watch. I haven't checked Dad's Army or anything like that yet, but
yeah.
I bet you it's all there now because obviously, one of the most funniest characters in Hello was the German officers, and obviously if that's there now. Oh my god! It was all green, like greeny. It wasn't even like that grey, like greenish grey colour there.
It was a grey. Just a grey colour.
It was I would say it was more green because the Germans were like more. It was more crisp, wasn't it? It was more like smart and stuff like that, and you would have noticed that in a show like Hello. They would have. Oh god, it would be a joke or something. I don't know.
I know. It's like when I saw it, only not Gruber, the other guy, the fat guy behind the desk.
Oh yeah, he's quite funny, isn't he?
Yeah, he had it on, and I thought, hang about, I've never seen that ribbon before, not once.
I watched what's it called? A movie today. What did I watch? Wonder Woman. It's in Wonder Woman. On the German officers in Wonder Woman today, I noticed him.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny.
Yes.
Also got a few other things. But yeah, have you got another picture as well?
No, this is the only one I could find. Yeah, that's without copyright anyway. So.
Yeah, because there's as I said, it's in Schindler's List. I must have to look at it. There's going to be everywhere now. I mean.
That's it.
I looked at a couple of historic images of the uniforms, and it's definitely one of the high-ranking officer uniforms, like head of camp. Head of camp uniform. Like if you were in charge of like Auschwitz or something like that, you'd wear that now.
Yeah, that's a bit strange, alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it just looks so out of place to me. I've never seen it. No.
Okay.
A couple of more other stuff. There you go.
Ooh. Oh, I don't mind that shit. Move on. We'll do that later.
There you go.
Sex in the City. Where did you get this, Matthew?
B&M's.
Where?
B&M's, you know, the cheap shop?
B&M's. Oh, that's like one of the pound shops or
Yep,
something like that.
similar, yeah. Just down there, they've got a whole...
I'm just sitting there watching the TV, and there's what pops up, English flag residue all over it, and I've just fucking hell, man. Sorry.
It's out there, Walter Wells, by any chance?
No, it's not. I've already picked. I got the photos off that. I got the photos off that about 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Because I got to see that. I got it online just the second it came out online, which is probably about 3 weeks before it came out over here. I got the residue of that one, flag off that one, and I also got the what's it called, the Moses or the fucking Moses, whatever, Noah and the Ark one, where he says that he lands with him with the branch,
Yeah.
not the leaf. I got that residue as well off it. But this is quite interesting. The one that we're looking at now, Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Was there many of them on the shelf? Did you
yes.
Did you buy one?
No. Smells like
I will.
smells like pee, to be honest.
Ah, well.
I wouldn't smell in it. No way. It woke me up. Sex in the City woke me up. And obviously when I was looking for residue...
Have you ever tried it in the bed? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from, Ellen. I'm sorry. That's a joke that's been sitting in my head for fucking ages in that Sex in the City thing, and I don't know where it came from. Go on. Continue on. We love you. I love you, doll. Go on. So this one opened your eyes.
It really did. Sex in the City was the thing that... when I woke up to it, I seen a video on the Mandela effect, and a week before, I didn't believe it at first. I was thinking, they've just probably just edited everything and stuff like that to make it like. That's what I first thought. I thought, well, it didn't sink in that this stuff was real when I first seen it.
Yeah.
And it was my friend Haley shared the video, and it was like Jacob Israel. And then I seen it, obviously. Then I seen it for myself, obviously, and it blew my head off. It broke me up 100%. I was like, oh my god, it's real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This
Definitely.
thing is a real thing.
Are you big?
And
Go on.
when I started looking for residue, I found me as
You found what?
residue because it was 100 billion% Sex in the City, hands down. And there's several posts from me from 2010, 2012, and 16, way before I woke up to the Mandela effect, saying Sex in the City, watching it tonight and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
I was a big fan at the show. So when I seen it for myself, and to be honest, I think you have to see it for yourself to go, oh my god, it's real. What the fuck?
Are you a fan of The Big Bang Theory?
Not much.
Yes.
Not so much.
Yes. Well, in The Big Bang Theory, you might notice Raj. He's always,
Yes.
He's a bit of a feminine kind of dude in it. He has a femininity. He's in touch with his feminine side. Let's put it that way. But he always, anytime he mentions Sex in the City, which he does quite a lot, it's always Sex in the City. Now, I'd like to be able to. I have them on DVDs. They're actually on Netflix. I don't really fucking fancy sitting through 13 seasons just to get all the, Sex in the City clips.
I don't worry about it.
But I will. But I probably will eventually because I get bored. But there's loads of references. If anyone has the energy to sit through them all. But anytime he mentions Sex in the City, it's always Sex in the City. He's never once said Sex in that city, which is very residue as well. In fairness. If you're familiar with the program, Helen, you probably have heard him saying it a few times. There is one scene where they're drinking fucking yolks out of coconuts because what's her name's expecting a baby. Bernadette is expecting a baby, and they're all singing a song there up on stage. They all get drunk, and he always, he's on Sex in the City. Sorry, that's a really bad fucking accent, but it is what it is. That's what he says. That's one particular one I remember. There's a couple of ones where he walks up the stairs, but there's so much residue on that Sex in the City one.
So much residue in the whole thing that I'm sure even my Bob says even says "Beam me up, Scotty" as well, because obviously
yes, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Daylight savings is set in as well. Because is it daylight saving now or daylight savings?
It counts as both, actually.
Saving now, but it was savings. I remember savings. I still say savings. I
Yeah,
can't think.
I've got some residue on that somewhere, but yeah.
Hey, if you look online on under daylight savings on Wikipedia, it's got both of them on it.
Has it? So
Ah.
when was that? When Wikipedia though? When was that edited? I wonder when that was edited. Was it
I
edited
didn't
when
quite
it was
catch the
Mandela?
date, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to find out what date that was and see if that'd be
I'll
interesting.
do it on my phone because I can't access.
No,
my
don't do
desktop.
it now. You don't have to do it now for another show. Just move on to the next photograph and see what's going down in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Rock
that. That would be there. Yeah, whose milk is that?
No, mine.
Is it me?
Yeah, it might be you actually.
No, don't fucking say it's me.
Headphones.
There's one for you.
Oh, yeah, zoom in on that. If you can, Matthew. This is an effect I came across the other day. So, Phil Collins, the Hot Tub Club. Have any of you ever heard of that? Phil Collins and the
Never.
Hot Tub Club.
Never heard of it.
Apparently, he sings with, you know that song Studio? Or Studio, or whatever the fuck he sings. Well, he sings it with this band in 1985 on Top of the Pops. Now, a lot of probably people wouldn't remember the Hot Tub Club. I don't remember the Hot Tub Club, but it's a weird one because he's also, he's also in that effect of that. What's in the air tonight? Hasn't some lyrics changed in that song?
Yeah, hold on from hold on to oh Lord.
Yeah, something like I'm not too sure of the
But I would have been around 10 years old, and I would have been watching Top of the Pops every Friday night. And not once have I come across this.
The Hot Tub Club, yeah, that's
No.
just it reminds me of a Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, coincidence? I don't think
They're all
so.
sitting around the time machine, yeah. It's a weird esoteric kind of fucking look on it, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're all
especially it's a very tiny hot tub.
yeah, well,
Oh my god, 3 in the tub, rubber dub duds.
Hey. Oh well. Well, that's just something I don't know what the people remember. If anyone in the chat remembers them ever being in the Hot Tub Club.
Hey, Brian
sure.
Snavely.
Hey,
Hi,
Brian.
Brian. Hey, hi, Brian.
There you go. There's another one.
So that's so I done this this thing on. I said right, I'll look for residue because that's what I kind of do a little bit. So I love Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty are very funny, and I've seen them before. And I said, you know what, I'll go through the seasons again and see if I can get what residue I can find. So they're on. I think this one is when they're on the moon. So as you can see there, I know it's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flags in it. All right, 8 stars in it, and that's obviously got the. There's more. That's another one. That one's on the moon.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I don't know. I'm not going to count the stars, but clearly the red line is underneath the stars on that one. So there's a lot of residue on that. Also, in later on in that one of the episodes, he says daylight savings as well. That's just another subject we were talking about there. So he whether this lad is from an alternative universe or something we doesn't know, or he looked at the American history of the flag and he said, "Fuck it, I'll just put the fucking red line underneath it anyway."
Yeah, that's
Can't
it.
be bothered.
But then again,
They
there's
just know.
there's my uniforms.
Yes, right. Go on. Go to the next one if you can. See if we can get the next photo of them on the moon. There you go. That's the same photograph, just taken at a different angle.
Yeah.
That fella walking down the road with his American flag. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 stripes and three red lines or three white lines. So that's just Rick and Morty again. Don't you love that show? Isn't it great?
I've never seen it actually.
Brilliant.
It's
Hilarious. There's just like balls everywhere.
It just makes you just think, wouldn't you love to live like as Rick? I'm Pickle Rick.
Never seen it yet. Haven't seen it.
You should watch it, Matthew. It's funny as fuck.
I love how Marty freaks out all the time.
He's a hypochondriac, isn't he? He's like, I'm gonna die because of this.
Like,
it's funny.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing, Rick? Like, oh my god, why is that? What's going on? It's all the time.
Just
Sounds like a friend I know.
Just relax. Everything is not under control. We have control of it now. Yeah, so that's another one. As you can see, it's the same flag because it has the same rip in the middle of it. See one of the stars.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's relevant to anything or anything, whatever. I don't know. Even does it look like a country that could have
Looks
left
like Italy.
could have left the United States, and that's what they've made a country look like. That design. If they put it over a star, maybe I'm just delving too deep into.
Or maybe just a piece of dirt.
Could be, but now because if you go back one photograph, you'll see the exact same rip in it. Look, there you go. The
Or
exact
maybe
same
just a
rip.
rip.
Yeah, well, it could be. You never know. I just read shit.
You never know.
So, that's and there you go. That's the other one there. Them on the moon, running away with, as you can see.
Again, if you notice the flags.
Stanley Kubrick might be there somewhere in the background holding the camera. Maybe he could be. I don't know if I send you the other one. If you go to the next one, maybe, Matthew.
But if you look at the arm on the shoulder of the uniform, and that's a uniform, it's got the white under the blue.
White under it? Okay. I haven't noticed. I might get the next frame of it then and see if I can get it on this one up here. I didn't know. I did get the registration as well. If you go on to the next photograph, you might be.
I'll just show you this where it is. If you can't see it.
Oh, I can see it alright. I can see it alright.
There you go.
That's weird because on the registration of his when you see the spaceship he goes along in, the registration has the exact same logo of that, but it has we'll talk about that in a minute.
Just I don't think I've got him.
Yeah, all right, doesn't matter. On the registration on his spaceship, he has that fucking the same thing as the what's it called? That on the fuck me, hold on there, let me get my head together for a sec. So it has the same as on the spacesuit, but it has the red line underneath it.
Yeah.
So this one here I picked up by just in another group. Some councillor or some obviously sheriff arrived at their door.
Yeah.
And left their card. So when he was, asking for whatever, he was asking for, God knows, maybe he was asking to be re-elected as a sheriff. But he left his card. It was shared in a different group. I haven't counted the stars, but if you look at the stars and if you count them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I presume there's 1, 2, 3, 5. So there's 6 rows of 6 and 5 rows of 5. 5 rows of 5 is 30. And then 6 rows of 6 is 36. So how many states does that make then?
52, I think, innit?
30 and 36.
I can't work it out in my head.
66 states, man.
66.
Maybe there's a line just put into that to make it look different.
It might not be. It's obviously a mock of the.
Yeah,
flag.
maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. But when I posted it, someone mentioned, "Oh, count the stars," and I'm like, "Well, I've been trying to do that. I've got telescopes and stuff." But you mean on the flag? And then I looked at the flag, and when you look at it, if it continues on for the next one, if you can see on the row, if it continues on for another one, it'll be 6 rows of 6 and 5 rows of 5. But anyway, that doesn't make much sense. So
unless it's just right there, like that.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how the stars now look like plasma? Like when you zoom in with the camera, have you noticed they all look like a bit like plasma, including the planets? Just an observance.
No,
I've been looking at the stars recently, and I've been zooming
air stars?
in.
The ones up in the sky?
Stars,
oh, right, okay.
Stars.
Are they really air stars?
They look like plasma. I've been looking up, and it just looks like they've got a cell in between, like in the middle, and like this weird flashy star. It's weird.
Yeah,
and it's the planets as well. It's bizarre.
I have there's a couple of videos on my channel of a friend. I just mirrored them from a friend of mine. She caught an image of Saturn. It's great video. That's why I asked her could I share it. And it shows the rings of Saturn, or I don't know what planet it is. It's some bloody planet up there, but you can see the rings clearly going around this planet, fucking fast as fuck. And then you can see the planet in the middle, but it kind of looks like it's like illuminated. It's not illuminated by the telescope. It's not illuminated by anything else, but it looks like it's nearly creating its own light, if you know what I mean. If there's no light source there, what's shining on it to make it look so bright? It wasn't the sun at the time. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That flag I picked up online. As you can see, it's the old flag. Now I do have a sneaking suspicion that this might be photoshopped because it's online, but that's it's still weird because I took a photograph in the Maritime Museum.
Yeah.
And the flag does look exactly like that. I did share on our Mandela Effect Investigators group, but it looks exactly like that, except the symmetrical part on the lines going up. I'd say there's about 5 millimeters in the difference. So the top one, the top I suppose if you're looking at the top left hand corner, where that red line should be at the bottom of that
Yeah.
white, it was only over about, I'd say, maybe an inch at the most, so you couldn't really see it if you were looking at it from a distance. But as you got closer to it after close inspection of my photograph, I'm thinking, yeah, it does, but it's only slightly over. You wouldn't notice it from a fucking distance. But
Yeah.
so I don't know, maybe that's just, maybe someone got a great photograph and stuck it online and everyone's criticizing that it's actually a Photoshop. I don't know.
Well, I would like to know what TV show it's from, to be honest.
I don't know what TV show it's from. It looks like they look like politicians, them two in it. So
Isn't that not David Cameron?
it looks like it is. That's what I thought it was. But then again, you might know. I don't know any of this about this British politics. I only live here. I don't fucking vote for you. Sorry, no offense. I just don't know politics that much.
Let's see if I can zoom in on him. Yeah, that's definitely David Cameron. And I think that might be Ed Balls, the other guy.
Well, it's some.
So that would be somewhere between 2014 and 2015 before he got booted out. So, yeah, so that's definitely David Cameron.
Well, I could search for it, but let me see if I can search for it while you go to the next photograph, I suppose.
Yeah.
I can't comment on that person.
I don't know much enough about politics to even. All right, that's Richard Simmons. Is it Richard Simmons?
Yeah, the exercise guy.
The exercise guy. That's just, there you go, Rick and Morty again. Did they remember the world the way we remember? That's him with a headband. If you notice now, he doesn't have a headband. That's a Mandela effect. So that's just something that as you can see, I took that directly from my TV.
Yeah, there was
if anyone wants to claim that photograph, please say put some money into my PayPal account, which is the homeless guy underneath any fucking shelter in any shelter anywhere, please. Anyway, so yeah, it's just a weird one that I saw, and he seems.
There was an electronics company not too long ago that I spotted online. I think it was called Sonos or somebody. Can't remember the name of the company. It was a long company, but they had the similar sort of guy in there, but he was dressed in blue.
With the headband?
Yeah, with the headband blue as well.
Sonos speakers.
You what?
Say that again?
Sonos speakers.
Yes, that was it.
Sonos speakers, yeah.
Yeah, that was a group. And they had the full outfit guy with the headband and pressed ginger hair. Which I thought was bizarre.
Yep.
And I think I posted it a while ago as well, and to a couple of books, and this company remembers Richard Simmons. It's just weird.
Well, let me just say hello to everyone that's in the chat whilst we're going along. Hi Dominic. Hi True TNT. Hi Brian. Mark, hi Mark, and also hi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's in some sort of either Chinese or Japanese symbols.
Maybe I think he's Korean.
Korean then. Well, it's that funny writing that keeps changing that we can't notice because we can't write Chinese or Japanese or whatever. So I'd love to be able to
Japanese kanji.
I'd love to be able to write that in that writing because I think them symbols and that writing has kind of changed as well. Hi Jamie, hi Brian, hi everyone in the chat. So I'm back and forth through streaming and chatting and all that stuff and all that stuff. So what's next on the residue list? Have you got any more residue or?
I'll see what we've got.
Yeah, Uncle Sam's hat. As you can see, that's poor old Rick flying along on his on his hang glider, and you can clearly see there Uncle Sam's hat.
Yeah.
You know,
Didn't they not have a copyright issue back in the 1950s with the popcorn and Uncle Sam?
I said that last time, yeah, but no one's come up with evidence of that. I've mentioned that a few times. I've said it on a few live streams. Someone put it in one of my videos that there was a copyright infringement or something like that. That popcorn company bought over, or well, obviously if they're the ones with the red and white stripes and they either won or just fucking paid off someone. But that doesn't prove that, does that prove that the photographs before that are all Photoshop because they don't have the red and white stripes in it? Or
no, because I actually seen actual live footage with that hat on. You know what I mean?
I've seen loads of. I've got loads of live footage with that hat on. Loads of it. But they're on my phone, and anytime I try to put it on from my phone up to my Facebook group, it doesn't work. So that means I have to send it to you, then I have to go through the other thing. Oh, just fucking head.
Don't worry about it. We've got enough.
We'll get there. There's enough residue out there. Let's keep going. I'm eating sweets. How's the gin going?
The gin's going really well. It's all
lovely.
purple.
And what are you drinking, Matthew?
Just Sprite.
Sprite. Do you know what I'm drinking? I am brew.
You gotta love that stuff.
Parma violets.
Lovely.
Just goes back to the.
Sorry. So what have you got? What else have you got? Ooh.
Yes, Helen's Robbins.
Rotate.
Yeah, like
Can you rotate that?
Sorry. No, I can't. One second, I may do.
Yeah, if you go to the top and do, there you go, and the next, and again, all the way around. Lovely. Ta-da! Fucking hell, technology is great, no?
Like obviously in the UK, we only had one robin, and it was a robin that had a red breast, and it was just a red breast. It was like just a breast, no above the head. But now, obviously it's orange breast on a robin.
Okay.
And obviously,
sorry. Go on,
that's
Helen.
an epic burp.
Okay,
Man.
Sorry.
That is great, man. That's some cunt's gonna get some ringing in their ear on the far side of the world now because of that.
Right.
Oh shit! Sorry, come on. Robin red breasts.
Okay.
Put that fucking Sprite down, Matthew, will you? You should drink more gin, and he should put the Sprite down, and I should probably just put the headphones down and just turn the mic off, the computer off, and get under the cover and go to sleep. Oh, fuck me, think of a Christmas tree. As long as it's not an upside down Christmas tree, it's all good.
Well, they're just weird, aren't they?
We might as well go there since we're talking about friggin' if it was 1st of December, Christmas is around the fucking bend. Like,
yes,
you know what I mean?
around the bend is right.
Around the bend, like with Krampus and all this crazy weird
fucking Krampus.
Seriously, there was no such thing ever of Krampus in my old reality. No way. There was none of that evil crap. Santa didn't give you coal. You just got coal. Like, bad kid, you'll get coal. Naughty child, that's the end of the story for you. Here's coal, and that's you done.
Well, the only thing I can remember is the Krampus, the movie, which was 2015 to 16, as a horror character, that's the only thing I can remember.
Yeah, there's a few movies out about it, but it seems to be coming now to mainstream. But they're just trying to bring out mythology shit.
It's always been there. It's always been everyone knew, I remember. Everyone knew about Krampus, but for me, no Krampus at all. It's like, because it was just.
It's a good movie though.
Got coal. I've never seen it, but because it's just like I was like, no, I'm done with this weird crap here. Yep. They have festivals and everything, They have like.
I'll go back to that one in a minute.
Festivals in Germany and stuff. But anyway, robins.
Yeah, robins.
Nice. Robins. That's it.
So Robin Redbreast, and now they've changed. They've changed, haven't they?
Yeah, they're not like they're not red anyway. They're orange, and it goes covers the head, basically covers the head. That is my robin on my tree.
Now you can clearly see it's red as red.
exactly as it was, mate. I mean, it was never orange, and it didn't go over his head, and now he's got what is like he's got Robin Redbreast have like grey as an outline. Maybe they're getting old.
Yeah.
You know, they can actually see the magnetic field of the Earth, so that's how they fly to wherever they fuck off to when it gets cold or whatever, where they ever migrate. But yeah, so their eyes have evolved that much now. They can actually see the magnetic field of the world. There's been experiments done where they put them into a big cylinder, and they put on, I think it's a cylinder within a cylinder, and the cylinder that's in the cylinder is actually made up of paper. So they don't actually hurt themselves. So it is a kind of a good experiment. Well, it's not a good experiment because any experiment on fucking animals is horrible. But they got a great result there. They didn't kill any birds. They let them all free. But so they done a magnetic. It's kind of they done a magnetic field kind of test on one side of the container, and the robin redbreast kind of went towards that. And then they done it on the opposite side, and it went towards that, and so forth. They just tried all these different experiments, and you can see then clearly when they took the paper out where the magnetic field was, where the bird was scratching on it to get out to that. So that's where you can see what it's doing just by the magnetic field. So no matter how dark it is, you can see the magnetic field, which would be great now. What would happen if you woke up in the morning and your eyes had evolved that much that you could see the magnetic fields of the world? Would you understand that there's a magnetic field, or would you see where your life is going? God knows. I still need some gin.
I've got to admit, I'd be like, okay, this is new, but okay.
Yeah, it's just a Mandela effect.
It's just a Mandela effect, yeah. But apparently there's there's a post going around Facebook basically where apparently humans can only see 1% of the spectrum, which I think is a load of BS.
Oh, that joke. No, it's 5%. I posted that a couple of weeks ago, and then I think Steve Scott posted it then, and I posted it again.
It's now minus 0.5. Was it 0.5 actual? I looked it up. I was like, I'm going to look this up. This has to be a joke.
0.5?
It says it's 0.5. It is 1% of the spectrum.
Don't believe it.
It has to be crap.
It's 5%. I remember researching this years and years and years ago. It's 5%. And then, sorry, I don't mean to cut off you, but if you, I get so annoyed with social media and the internet sometimes, because so many people are going to see that post is probably being put out there now. I'm going to go off on a fucking conspiracy theory route now for a second, but that might have been put out there to make you believe that you only got 1%. So you will actually go and research it. Then you'll see that you've only got 0.5%, and then you believe that you've only got 0.5%. But actually, the true thing is you've actually got 100% vision, but it's been numbed down to the extent now where you've only got 5%, because that's what we've actually been led to believe so far. So don't believe that you've only got 0.5%, because you actually can see a lot more than anyone. Oh, sorry, about 0.1%. You actually have 5%. Sorry,
I think it's more.
No, definitely it is. But we've been dumbed down so much that we can only actually see certain things because of whether it's light manipulation or whatever you want to call it. It could be a mixture of all sorts. But
the reason
why
I think it's more is because in rainbows, not many people notice or see it. But above the red line on a rainbow, there is actually like a darker red. There's got the light red. And
I've seen that.
There's a darker above it. And now not many people see that or notice that. So we must be able to see more. It's
the same reason why people can't see sundogs or halos or upside down rainbows and stuff like that. You know, they look at it and they say, I can't see it.
There's an interesting story I heard about rainbows. I can't remember where I heard it. So rainbow, this is I don't know, it's Greek mythology or wherever it is, one of them. I picked it up along the way. But the gods put the rainbow in the sky, so when the gods cried, we wouldn't get wet. So it protects us from whatever. But that might be a way of saying, you know what, you're under a dome. Don't know. Could be. There you go. That
could be.
That's my flat earth bit there. That's my. There you go. There for your flat earthers. Don't know if that makes any sense to you, but yeah, in some sort of Greek mythology somewhere.
Isn't that on a Bible quote?
Could be. I don't think it's the Bible, in fairness.
Because it sounds like something like Isaiah would say.
No, it's off something. Maybe it is about. Maybe it could be. I suppose. What am I fucking trying to say? Translated into that meaning, but that's just something I heard. I don't know if it makes any sense. Anyway.
Yeah.
So let's move back onto the
Makes
robins.
sense.
Let's move back on. Have you got any more pictures of robins?
I'll have a look.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, we go. That's from good old Peppa Pig. Has one of the biggest, highest residues I've ever come across. Places to find. There is the UK flag, the American flag, rhinos with one horn. There's the residue in Peppa Pig is ridiculous. Honestly, the person who created Peppa Pig 100% has to be affected. Again, this is like the big cartoon thing. We've got like the Simpsons, Futurama, other ones like that.
American
Family
Dad.
Guy as well. Obviously,
Rob's
all know something. It's like they're putting the effects in there, the residue. They either just go, well, here it all is for you, you know, or they all know what's going on, and the only way they can give us hints towards the Mandela effect, maybe, right? We all know about it. Here it is in cartoons, and it's big cartoons, big ones.
Go ahead, Matthew.
And the biggest one yet is the Mr. Rogers fiasco. You know what I mean?
We'll jump on that one in a sec. Do you have any more pictures of a robin? Do you know, just on that robin thing, I walked into a shop today, didn't have robins on my mind. I was thinking, okay, let me see if I can find Santa Claus with an E at the end of it, which I didn't. And the first picture I opened there was a robin with the red breast. That's why I sent you that photograph earlier on. But where did you get this one from? Is this something you made?
Nope. If you can't get your best residue from out in the world, which you can, like if you walk around anywhere, especially robins now, Christmas.
Oh yeah.
It's Instagram, 100%.
Instagram.
I'll be honest, it is Instagram. Yeah.
Are you on Instagram?
Yep, I am. Follow me.
No, I'm not Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. But if I was, I would follow you. I would follow you definitely.
Yep. For those interested, obviously it's HelenSWUK84 at iCloud. No, that's my email address. Never mind. Anyway,
we blanked it out. We'll edit that later on, and I'll swear over it or something like that.
No, you don't need to edit nothing.
I'm joking. You think we can edit a live stream? I'm sure.
No, I don't think we can. Like YouTube will do that for us.
Of course they will. As soon as we take this down, they'll edit it and take out any interesting shit. They'll just blank out shit. You'll just have a blank screen and just hear people talking shite in the background.
Just like my video that I uploaded recently, that got wiped completely.
That was interesting, all right.
No emails or nothing.
Do you want to explain that to the people?
Well, I was just playing in VR like I normally do. That's virtual reality, and just talking about different stuff, theories and stuff like that. About the
I won't say names because we might get it pulled down. But yeah,
I'm not mentioning any names.
We're talking about them people anyway.
Yeah, and I put 2 and 2 together,
and you came up with 6, like we all do.
Yep, and then all of a sudden, next hour, completely deleted. No warning, no messages.
I saw that movie. I saw that. I scanned through it. I was like, well, that looks pretty cool. I actually commented on it, gave it a thumbs up, and I went back to see when you popped it up, and it was gone. That's so weird.
Yeah, no messages.
I went to watch it, and I couldn't watch it. I was thinking, what's happening here? And then obviously I tried to look at the link again and tried to reload, and obviously it wasn't there.
You missed
a treat,
man.
I wanted to watch it because I know.
It was good.
I always want to watch everyone's stuff.
Do you know what? As I said earlier on, there's not enough hours in the day to watch everyone's videos that are. Now, no offense to anyone, and I appreciate everyone being here, and I'll always give everyone a thumbs up. But there's not enough time in the day to sit there and watch, Mandela effect videos all day long, and then try to go out and hunt residue and get into their meaning of the Mandela effect and whatever. It's amazing and stuff like that, but then it kind of makes you veer off your own path a little bit, because you go down and then you start, because I'm a residue hunter by nature. I just go out and look for residue. So the last thing I think of at night time is, where am I going to find residue? Then the first thing I think of in the morning is, okay, I probably need a cup of coffee before I go out and hunt residue. So and then if I'm looking at other people's videos and there's new Mandela effects coming out, I always end up fucking finding them. I don't know. Like some people say, Mandela effects find you rather than you finding them, especially the residue.
Oh yeah, I believe
100%.
that.
Like I've been off for having a break. Like, oh my god, I really need a break away from this thing. And then that's when I see the most Mandela effects I could ever imagine. And it's like, oh my god, it won't go away. But I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I honestly, I think it's a blessing to see these things. I do have to say hello to Tracy. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I suppose do the chat. Hi, everyone in the chat. Tracy, True TNT, Dominic, Mr. Where's he from again? The Chinese looking whatever that writing is. I can't pronounce your name, and I wish I could. What would we call him?
I'm not too sure because I can't pronounce him.
Well, listen, thanks very much for being here, everyone. So, yeah, thank you very much. How's the gin going down? Is that glass still bigger than your head?
I've been watering it.
Show us how big that glass is. Again.
It's not that big.
But it looks massive though. Is that like close or just far? Is it just when you put it up close to the screen, it just looks fucking massive. Put it up close to the screen, it looks better. Look, definitely.
Just like my big hand.
Yeah, look at his big hand. Is it big or is it just really close? Or is
it's a tumbler, isn't it? Just a normal tumbler.
That's it. I just drink straight from the bottle, in fairness.
Straight from the bottle. Oh my God.
I'm not posh. I'm joking.
That's how we used to 2020, Mad Dog 2020, when I was in my early teens, late
Mad Dog 2020. That's mad shit, isn't it?
Oh, bloody hell.
They call it Mad Dog for a reason. Unbelievable, but it's changed.
It was lethal.
It's not Mad Dog anymore.
No, it's not. It has been for a while.
Yeah, it's changed, isn't it?
Funny enough, I noticed the name change when it was. Didn't it not go away for a while and it came back?
Not too sure,
I actually do think the company has changed. It's not it was Mad Dog Company. It was like a Mad Dog Ltd. But it's gone. It's quite literally not Mad Dog. It was called Mad Dog as in obviously it's MZ 2020 now, but it was the company. That's why it was called Mad Dog.
Okay, I never got into the whole when I was living in Ireland. I suppose grew up drinking. I don't know. Was probably drinking altar wine. No, I didn't really.
Whatever was on the table.
I drank cider when I growing up. Cider was the thing. We used to call it mad apples because it just got you fucking mad. And then we just go and used to fight each other. And that was go down the next day and shake each other's hands and just have another drink. It's fucking great.
I discovered something about Henry Weston's on Friday nights. I bought a pack of it because I like having a pint now and again. And I noticed something. He now has got a hat.
Who?
Henry Weston. Henry Weston's on the box itself.
Cider.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I have to look at that.
It's really nice. It's really nice cider.
I used to drink Westons because I can't drink wheat. I can't have beer. I've not been able to have beer for a long time. So I've been drinking cider. So I have not drunk cider in ages because I've got to taste the wine, but I will remember what it looks like. So we'll have a look tomorrow.
Yeah, he's just got a chef's hat on now.
He had the was it top hat?
Didn't have a hat either. It was just his head showing in it with hair, but now he's just got a hat on it. Now
I remember top hat, a posh top hat. I remember a posh top hat. Oh, that
doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. He now has a chef hat for some reason.
One came up in our group there the other day. I can't remember what his name is because we've actually got a good few new members, as you noticed there. We're trying to get some new members into the group before this Mandela effect movie drops, because after that movie drops, we're probably going to get loads of people wanted to join this group. We don't want too many people coming in. They're going to be trolls, so let's get them all in before. Now I know they probably preempted this already and they've thrown out all the trolls already, and they're all probably searching for groups before this Mandela effect because it's all a part of the big plan anyway. But it's I just want to get some more new members into the group and get it sort of secured and whatever, and ready for this big intrawl of God knows what other people are going to come. Hopefully, great people. All are welcome. But if you start trawling, get the fuck out. Sorry. Andrew Worley and Burgos, hi, how are you? Tracy Butler, True TNT, just kind of quick. I didn't realize you can get the live comments in this live stream whilst we're talking. I keep fucking flicking back and forth. We're only used to this, only getting used to this system, but bear with us. We're getting there, you know. So what else have we got to show? There's a bit of. Did you not find something with Cronenberg, Helen?
Yes, there's many things with Cronenberg. One, it's not just an Copperberg. That's it, Copperberg.
Copperberg, sorry, Copperberg.
It's not just an A anymore. It's not like
you got the picture there,
BERG. It's not Copperberg anymore. It's there's an R after the end of the A, so it's Copper with R and then Berg, but the letters A, R, and G are all connected as well.
So they're merging together or merged together, or.
And the tail is gone like a cola,
like a fish fin.
A fish fin.
You know,
so we're not call that Satan's tail.
Who knows?
But yeah, God knows what it is. it's.
But Jim Carrey's. No, I don't actually. Not at the moment. Okay. But I like to talk about Jim Carrey for 1 second. Then. His name's changed back to double R again.
Oh, I didn't even realise it went back to from single R to double.
Yeah. It's just not registered. You just found for it. When was that posted?
Just yesterday.
Okay.
I mean, I was looking at it, and I thought, hang on about it, it's got double R in again. And that means he's back to Jim Carrey again. Kind of strange, I thought.
Maybe he's going to come out and do a different video of him running around and go, "Oh look, I found myself again." Maybe because remember he went weird last time because he thought that he's he lost himself and he's actually not Jim Carrey, he's actually someone else. Remember that weird set of videos you put out? Maybe
I remember.
Again, he found himself again. Go ahead.
I just remember one R. I remember just Jim Carrey with one R, and the change for me is that it's double R.
Now he's flipped back and forth for me because one point he was just one R, now he's back to double R, then back to one R, and now he's back to double R again.
These old flip flops, I keep flipping and flopping around.
He's flipping and
flopping. Can you pull up that photograph of the Uncle Sam had again, the one that I told you not to look at yet? Well, not to look at yet, but the one with the airplane in the background. Did you see that, Matthew, that I sent you?
Yeah, I've got it.
Just on the Uncle Sam thing there. I just thought of that one because I'm thinking about. Oh yeah, so yeah, we were talking about Robins. What's the next picture on there for the Robins? It's gone. All I can say, I don't know what's going on.
Uncle Sam's hat.
The one I sent you with. No, if you keep going on, there's one that I sent you of. I took it today. It's basically got an airplane. It's not in that folder, I don't think. It's got an airplane in it. That's the one. No, go back to that folder. You had it. There, the third photograph and the fourth photograph.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
So, as you can see, Uncle Sam, go back one photograph, and you see the actual full photograph. So, that's taken off the movie Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And there you go, Uncle Sam's hat. And that's obviously Chris Pine. He plays, whatever.
The American.
Yeah. So, there's it's just interesting. Then if you go to the next photograph, it's a closer up of it. And you can see that it's clearly, Uncle Sam's hat the way some of us remember it. It's a weird one. Are they trying to sell us something?
Yeah.
There's actually at the beginning of that because I was watching it in someone else's house. I didn't want to get up and say, "Yeah, I need to pause and take a photograph." But in the beginning of it, there was there's some English flag residue on the back of the bus when they arrive in London. If anyone's watching that movie, just take a photograph of the back of the bus. You'll see what I'm saying. I didn't get a chance because I was only like 15-20 minutes into the movie, maybe half an hour, and I wasn't going to say, "Excuse me, can I just pause that while I take a photograph of that?" And they kind of looked at me weird when I done it on this one. So anyway, just if anyone's out there looking for residue, Wonder Woman. When they arrive in London, one of them really old buses go past, and there's some English flag residue on the back of it. I just didn't get a chance to stop it and do whatever.
Yeah, I know that. Like,
Tom Stoner says it was Carey for him, CA with one R, and
now it's got to start all over again.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe he's just gonna go. Maybe he's just gonna go and come out and do loads of mad videos again. Going, oh, I found myself, and maybe he might do some more mask videos.
Yeah, that's it.
Movies, but we still have to watch that Sonic the Hedgehog movie with him in it.
Yeah. He's all blue now.
Man on the Moon. Have you ever seen that Man on the Moon by him that he done?
No, I don't think I did. No.
It's where he acts as somebody else in it, and he actually goes. There's an interview of him actually going, storming this. Well, not storming this certain person that he acts as. I can't remember what the name of the person is, but he acts as this person. But he goes and meets this person in real life, and he introduces himself, and he kind of does a bit of a mad thing, oh, I'm you, but I'm actually me playing you. Not a great way to start off an interview, but the other lad told him to fuck off. You're like, no, just go away. I don't like the way you're playing me. I don't want nothing to do with you, and that was pretty weird. Anyway.
Well, there's another theory I like to talk about. This Ed McMahon business. Well, I know how all these new videos popping up all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever guys heard of deep fake technologies?
Yes.
It's where they superimpose somebody else's face on somebody else's body through CGI.
Or somebody else's facial expressions onto someone else's face,
a look-like face. And I think that's what's going on with all these Ed McMahon videos that are popping up all over the place. And it can be very easy to alter a time and date stamp on YouTube to make it look like it's been there for 10 years or so.
Of course, yeah. Definitely.
So I think that's what's going on with this Ed McMahon thing. That's the only thing I can possibly think of. Because when you look at it, it's just so weird where they're talking about it. It sounds like they're talking in now times, when you look at it, the grammar that they used, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was wondering, that can't be right. And that bloke at the end on one video that I posted, what was it? One more for protection? Popping up every 5 minutes?
Yeah, he was asleep and then he just woke up. It was crazy.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. It's like someone's placed the real Ed McMahon and swapped them over to this other person.
AI, artificial
or something, yeah.
Artificial intelligence guy or something.
Yeah, MK Ultra shit. Yeah. You're under it. Look into my eyes, not around the eyes, into the eyes, and not around the eyes. And you're under. Bollocks to that.
And what Dick did. You touch the guy's hand, that's a hypnotic sign, wake up.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah. Look into the eyes and not around the eyes. That's the.
And you wake up, you know what I mean? That's my theory of Ed McMahon thing.
I found one today. I found an Ed McMahon. Well, actually, I found it yesterday. I sent it to Brian Esther earlier on. Someone just recording something off the TV that they recorded maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's a YouTube channel I picked up. I picked up on. I just came up on my stream and that looks interesting. So I went in and I subscribed to them as I do, and a few other videos come up. I sent a couple of links to Brian, as you do, because he loves that stuff as you do. I just haven't figured out how to put clips into my videos yet because I'm not used to this, making videos.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. We're all learning. We're all learning.
We're still all new to this.
Once I figure out how to separate little clips and put them into little segments in my videos and go, hello, this is a clip of this, and let the clip play rather than fucking doing it on live TV and doing it that way in live stream and having my Spider-Man mask on. I'm never gonna leave my house. I'm gonna be in here making videos and DVDs and all sorts all day, every day. I've actually got a friend of mine who works for a friend of mine who works for the BBC is gonna give me a couple of lessons on it. So, watch out, YouTube. I'm coming for you. I'm only messing. I haven't a fucking clue what I'm doing.
Is that right? None of us have.
Does any of us?
I get on iTunes. I've got iMovies.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And that's actually really good if you've got an iPad.
I don't have an iPad now.
I know, that's pretty cool.
What are you saying? What were you saying, Helen? You were looking at who? What were you doing?
What do you use? But,
I don't. I use OBS.
What was that? Like, I don't know.
OBS
like a
Studio.
PC thing?
Yeah, it's an OBS Studio. I use it on a
okay.
laptop. But I got it off Brian McFarlane. Well, I didn't get it. He told me how he made a couple of his, and he gave me a quick run through it, and that's how I kind of do a few of them. What you have to do though, it takes about an hour to load all the photographs. Then I have to get the background music in the background. So I have my stepfather's YouTube play ready to go. So I press record. Then I press play on his video. So there's music in the background, and I just go through my whatever photographs I have. But I also put in the text on top because I can't speak over it. Now I figured out how to speak over it yesterday and actually screen share on live chat. That's over on my channel. If anyone in the comments or anything wants to pop over to my channel and check it out. But yesterday I was sharing some of the residue, but my microphone was very low. But I realised what happened was I actually had the microphone in a different fucking thing. And I was talking to, well, I may as well be talking into a bucket of shite, but I was actually talking to my computer, and it was taking off the microphone off the computer, so I was very, very low. So I do apologise for anyone who didn't really hear me, but there was residue there to be had. I'm sure it'll probably pop up in someone else's group. Oh, look what I found. Yes, you did on my fucking channel. Sorry, it's all good. If you can take a photograph of a bit of residue, fair enough, claim it. If it's online, don't claim it. It's on fucking line, for fuck's sake, man. Sorry, I just get a bit annoyed with people going, yeah, no, that's my residue. No, I found that. Yeah, what, you turn on Google? Good woman or good man, whatever you are, good person. Yeah.
There you go.
There's your you wearing that for the show?
Yep, NASA's uniform.
That's really cool, yeah.
I'm actually, if you notice in my picture, I've got my glasses on. I actually put them on for the show, and I put a suit on. You notice? I decided
I can see. I can really see the change on C3PO there. Because
You'll have next. You'll have the glasses next. You will.
The gold rim. The gold rim
around.
That was really weird.
He's becoming a god.
But his eye. Oh my god! Have you got like a picture or something handy, Matt, at all?
I forgot to put that one on the desktop, but it's there online.
No, just fucking Google it, man.
Yeah, just Google it.
Google it, get an image up, and screen share the image whilst you're there, while you're talking.
Oh my god, so much to talk about with C3PO. Obviously, this crazy rim that he never had.
It's like getting a halo.
The way the ear is and stuff like that, it's so different. The way the nose pinches in and all kinds of crazy stuff. And
have you noticed his mouth's gone in a different shape? He looks like he's gone ooh rather than smiling.
Yeah, he looks like he's very surprised.
Yeah, or how would you say?
Square, isn't it?
Suit you, sir. Do you recognise that reference? Suit you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, fascio.
What is Suit you, sir? Is also from.
Or maybe it's from the. Yeah, go on.
There's this program that used to be on. It was a 1970s show with that really.
The Camp Dude.
The Camp guy, yeah, that's it.
The Camp Dude, yeah.
That's it.
That was Are You Being Served?
Oh yes.
Are You Being Served?
With what was it? With the woman with the purple hair and the pussy.
Yes. Ah man. No, I didn't say on that. On
I know, but I can't send it at the moment. But there you go. You can see a big massive dent in his head.
You can see his halo as well there, yeah.
Yeah, you can see the halo. Yeah. You can see that. The shape of the nose is different as well. The whole face, the facial shape of C3PO is completely different.
So let me just have a chat about the chat in the chat. So Tracy Butler said, so it's a comedian from Taxi. That's the one who was in the Man from the Moon. That's who he's impersonated. Yeah. I can't remember his name. So C3PO was in this. Yeah. Harry Enfield. Tracy Butler.
Yeah, it was Harry Enfield. That was it.
Harry Enfield and Friends. That's right. That's what it is. Suit you, sir.
Suit you, sir.
Suit you, sir. That's Paul Whitehouse and Harry Enfield.
Yeah. It's funny how that memory just spin back memories, doesn't it?
Yeah. I actually watch quite a lot of that on Netflix. I like
Kevin the Teenager.
I like watching. The great one is where he becomes a teenager. That second where his birthday arrives, and then he becomes a teenager because he's really polite and all. And next minute he's a teenager, and he's like, "Oh, he's so He's like, "Oh, everybody, let's do it. Oh, all I want to do is do it." Do you remember that Kevin and Perry movie? Great movie.
Never seen the movie, but I loved it when he when he became a teenager, and he was like, all excited for his 12th, 13th birthday, and then he turned into a teenager, and his parents like, he's become a teenager, and he's like, I hate you.
I hate the world.
Classic show.
So Tracy says, great show, thanks Tracy. Hello Dominic. Andy Kaufman, that's his one, that's the character and the person who Jim Carrey played on The Man of the Moon. Andy Kaufman, Kaufman, whatever his name is. He probably changed now, I've said it wrong.
Oh, we turned into a dick, didn't he? And I heard
he was a proper arsehole,
was complete. Yeah.
That's what I thought you said.
He was acting and outside of acting, like when he wasn't acting,
he was kind of method acting. Yeah, he was method acting and being a complete. He submersed himself into this character that he'd actually perceived this person to be, which he actually wasn't, because the person he perceived him to be was the person he saw that was on TV. And then when he actually went to meet the person, he pretended he went to meet this person as the character he perceived him to be, and this character turned around and told him to fuck off because you're not the fucking character, because I'm not that character at all. And it's live, so it's on YouTube somewhere. But sure, everything's on fucking YouTube. You know, look at us, we're on YouTube. Who'd have ever thought that?
Never in my million years.
No, God
not
damn.
Before I was Mandela affected, no way. Because I used to just basically troll out like hours and hours of watching videos of like all kinds of stuff. And then obviously become Mandela affected, you're going to make videos and go, I want to talk about what the hell's going on with me. Like your reality's changing and everything, so of course you want to be talking about it.
Makes you more confident, I think.
Well, I had a theory on brain neurology and all this shit when I was probably, I don't know, when I was 10 or 11, but it didn't come to fruition because, you know, I was obviously educated in a fucking school, so that went out the window. But anyway, where was it going? Hold on, what was I talking about? What were we talking
brain
about?
theory?
Yeah, brain theory and other stuff. So basically, what I thought was, oh no, it doesn't matter. It's gone. It's there somewhere. I'll come back to it. They pop in and pop out every now and again. It's there. I've read it somewhere. Read it down somewhere. Oh yes, that's the thing. That's what I was on about. I have a little compartment in the back of my head where I keep all them, you know, the Mandela effect theories and some weird shit as well. And I think that, you know, sometimes I prefer not to write them down, because if you write them down, then someone else can read them, and then someone else can turn around and tell you you're fucking crazy. But YouTube gives you the I suppose platform to talk about these stuff. But I've still got a little cage in my brain not telling me not to tell all these little secrets. Not that I know any secrets or anything like that. They're all fucking lies. But you know, some of the theories that I have, because, you know, it is so. I suppose it's a case of, you know, you don't want people to go around and turn around and say, "No, you're crazy. That's fucking wrong." But you know, maybe it just takes us all to just stand up and go, "Do you know what? This is a theory of mine. Let's get it out of this little cage in the back of our brain. Let's put it out there, and if someone else turns around and ridicules you over, just give them a thumbs up, let them on, and move on to the next one, and then and so forth and so forth. But don't let anyone discourage you because they give you one bad comment on your YouTube videos or on your Facebook page. Just keep living the dream. Just keep living the dream." And yeah, so anyway, as you see, I did go off on one.
Yeah, like I said, I think,
and I'm not drinking. I'm not even drinking gin.
I think the next few weeks we're going to see a lot of Jim Carrey posts.
Sorry.
I think we are. Maybe, well, to be honest, it's all going to be the amazing, really, the one Mandela effect. We're going to get like lots of.
It's just his name
coming in. Yeah, well, everything, because obviously we're going to get everything coming in, people coming in from the film. We're going to see lots of other stuff anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
With Jim Carrey, he still has to release Sonic the Hedgehog here in this country.
Yeah,
He
that's
also
it.
has another couple of movies coming out because he's obviously back into the limelight and stuff. So you're probably going to see a lot of stuff coming up on the Mandela, or even on your own home screen, and it's going to be on the title of these because they're all links to other web pages. On all these titles, are maybe 50% are going to be spelled the way you perceive it, Carrry or EY, and then some of them are going to have the one or in as well. So you're going to click on the one or, and then the people who remember the other way around are going to click on the other one, and they're just going to start sharing it because I presume it's to do with everyone. Everything is already planned. Fucking 15 million
he
miles
mentioned
ahead of
it.
us. Yeah, because we're even talking about it now. If you go
Jim
to
mentioned it. He spoke about the Mandela. He said it on a TV show. I can't remember which.
I remember that. I remember that one.
That's a Mandela effect. He quite literally openly said it. He knows all about it. I reckon he knows about his name change and everything from like the single R to double R.
Definitely. Do you know who else I think is very affected as well? I don't know if you know. Well, of course
Trump.
you know. Who?
Trump.
He's
Trump.
he knows.
100%.
He knows too much. Yeah.
Colorado River.
But I'm talking about Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know if you ever noticed him. You know who Jake Gyllenhaal is, don't you?
No.
Jake Gyllenhaal? It's
No.
Donnie Darko?
Yes. Right. He starred in a film with Brokeback
Mountain. That's one I'd rather not talk about as a man.
But obviously he wasn't just Donnie Darko.
That's him and the Joker, isn't it?
Yep.
Or rest in peace. But anyway, if you know that he's affected, and then you go back and watch his movies, you will find that you will start seeing things differently if you think that person is affected, because you will I suppose, how would you say, everything he says, every quote he says in the movie or any movies that he's been in, you will take them from a different face value because you know he's affected, because you know he's lying. You know what I mean? And you know you can see the glint in his eye when he says something that is kind of half truth and not half truth. But I found a lot of his movies. I found a lot of his movies are he's a great actor, and you should see the commitment he puts into all that acting as well. Anyway, that's just a rant.
No, that's a good one, because I think when I think of the Mandela effect as well, I actually do think I have thoughts of Donnie Darko when they were looking at like wormholes and stuff like that, and how he goes back in time and stuff like that, and it changes things and stuff like that. He never, he died in one reality, and on the other reality he was alive. So I mean that's one of the films I did think of when I crossed over.
Ash, what do you call it? Butterfly effect is another prime example.
Yeah, the film.
What's his name? He's definitely affected. Fucking.
With Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher. Definitely.
He's not at old either. You know what I mean?
No, he's the same age as us. Well, sorry, me. No, he's a little bit older than me. I don't know what age you are, Matthew.
44.
And I won't ask you. I won't ask you. I never ask a woman.
Oh.
I never ask a woman how old she is. So, Helen, how much do you weigh? I'm joking.
That's okay. You know what?
I saw that on Jimmy Carr. I was watching Jimmy. No, you haven't tell me. You don't tell me.
I'm 35.
Go ahead. All right. I saw that on Jimmy Carr. I thought it was funny. So I said, I'm not going to ask a woman her age. So how heavy are you? I thought that's even fucking worse. But it's just funny. So don't take anything I say to heart, because I'm just mad.
No, I don't care.
Mad as a box of frogs.
I'm close to 190 pounds. I don't give I don't care.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, you're looking good for it. It's all good.
As long as I feel happy within, as long as you feel happy within your own self, then that's all that matters. And then if the person that you're with, is all down with the way you are as well, then there you go, isn't it?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's it.
Actually, you wanted to talk about some sort of mad batteries.
Yeah. Well, where the hell is it now?
Oh, that really got me today.
Yeah.
Every time I look up at the fucking TV, there's either a bit of residue on it, or now I'm looking at I don't know what I'm looking at, Dave, and there's two naked men standing in front of a fucking the what's that thing in Paris that's the antenna, the Eiffel Tower. It's on Mock of the Week.
All right.
There they are standing in front naked. They're obviously holding their private parts, but fuck me. So it's either
There you
residue
go.
or naked men. Lovely. That's great. So that battery,
Yeah,
what
that's.
size of it? What size is it? Because
I don't have a clue. MN21.
Bigger than your head, as big as that glass she's drinking out of.
That's a double A size battery.
Oh God. Yeah. So what is that battery for? Did you do any research, and what does it fit into, and what does it belong to?
Doorbells.
Doorbells.
Ding
That is.
dong. Avon comes.
Belongs to
Sorry.
doorbells. Avon.
Yeah, doorbells.
Okay.
But there's a history of it.
Yeah, there is a history of it. Now I've never noticed these smaller batteries, but I never need them, you know. But I think
It's like I saw them in August, and all I had the expiry dates next year. So it must be an old stock because I think they've got like 5 or 10 years shelf life on them.
Hasn't the newer batteries got less shelf life because they're filled with other shit?
Yeah, that's
So
it. Yeah.
the newer batteries that come out now have got lesser life shelf than the other ones but they're made up of something else, and they're for
And they don't rust apparently either.
Yeah, they don't. So you leave them in a radio for 5 years, I guarantee they'll rust.
There's a change, isn't there? In like if we ask the chat now, like when do they remember when batteries were invented? When do
I can tell you the exact
batteries created? I know.
we know.
We know. We've looked. But when's the
Yeah,
chat
leave
remember,
it open in the
batteries
comments
being
for a minute.
created?
Yeah. So, see here. Who? No Googling, no cheating, folks. When was the first battery invented? Okay, there's a question for the chat room. Now, if you take a direct quote and post and fucking copy and paste it into the comments, or we won't take that answer. We want it without. Quickly off the mark. Who is it? What year was it? Anyway, no,
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, but now go on. We'll continue on. What were you showing us there? This Matthew?
This old book. 1897. I mean, you can see how big it is. I mean, look at the size of it. It's got about 5,000 pages in it.
On the front of that.
Yeah.
On the front of that is South America, where it should be.
Yeah.
So,
True
TNT said 1884.
There we go.
Did I not send the yoke?
1897.
I'm in the fucking wrong messages. Hold on, I did send it to you. What's your answer, Helen? What was it again? For the battery?
It's actually 1837.
Yeah.
That's what it says in the book.
What I found there, yeah, and it was by what's his name? Volt, Mr. Alexander Volt. And he invented the battery in something.
Mr. Cell. I don't remember his first name, but there was a
Don Cell.
It's very close to Duracell, isn't it? But was it that's even more? Was it 19? It's like 18. God, that's even early, isn't it? Like 1870s, something like that is when Mr. Don Cell, obviously Duracell, they created their battery.
That's crazy.
It was never that early. Never that early. It was.
I was watching. Would you believe? Come on.
I was just saying. I remember like 1880s and the 1890s or something like that.
Yeah, I was watching. Would you believe? I was watching a program yesterday. David Attenborough was doing experiments, and he was actually talking about Alexander Volt or whatever his name is, and he was on about them obviously. What's his name, Newton and all them crew and whatever, talking about how they got electricity and they try to figure out, the electric eel and what currents they got from that. And then there's another one that I found strange. So there's actually a ray, them rays that swim in the sea. Stingrays. But there's actually a ray that only has one fin on it, right? It doesn't have the two fins like you'd see a normal ray. It's got one fin on it, and it's got an electric charge in it as well. Now, this is new to me. I can't remember what it's called, but it's if you Google it, I'm sure it'll come up. It's a new type of ray, but they used to experiment with these rays back in the 1800s to get the electricity off them, and then they tried to put it through a frog's legs to see if it reanimate or reanimate this frog, and they actually got movement by putting currents through this through a frog's leg, and it twitched and stuff like that. So then they tried to put it through copper and silver and try to find out what best conductor it was, and they figured out that copper and something else would hold a charge. It would be 0.0005 of a volt. And then if you put more copper rings plus the silver parts or whatever was in between the copper part, the more of them you layer up, the more volts it holds. So they I think they done 10 together, and it held up to 5 point something volts. And this was before they had any cover on it. It was just basically a washer. Well, it wasn't a washer in them days. I don't know what they used copper rings for, but probably putting around eunuchs' cocks or whatever. But it is what it is. So they done them, and they made all these layers, and they put it onto sort of a tinfoil type of thing. And the more they pile up on it and put a charge to it, the more voltage it held. So that was the experiment to come up there yesterday, and I was thinking, okay. And then then you happen to talk about this thing today, and then I happen to have this little bit of information offhand about these batteries. It's just weird. Because I was actually going to write it down in my little book about what to talk about, because I'm obviously very shy with my words, and I don't know what to talk about most of the time, as you can probably hear. So that was just an interesting fact. So the more so that's whatever year that was. Yeah. Sorry, I go off and rants again.
That's okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Tracy Butler asks, what about the Baghdad battery?
The who?
The Baghdad battery, the one I found. Baghdad battery. You never heard of that one?
Go on.
Yeah.
When they found an old battery from probably 1,000 years ago, and it still works apparently. So.
Okay. That could be. That's goes on the side of the. I presume. If you look into, ancient history and all this fucking pyramids and all that kind of stuff, and water and how they conduct electricity, and they believe that electricity, that's what the people in the Egyptian days used to be conductors for electricity, and they used to have the water flowing through underneath their pyramids to conduct electricity, because water flowing is the best way to conduct electricity. If you put a wheel underneath that, then you're generating electricity, and that's how they used to charge their whatever lights and whatever, this, that, and other. So that also came out. The one about the battery with Newton and all that also came out around the same time as electricity. They were sort of messing around with electricity. They were, okay, how can I get a bulb to light for more than 5 seconds without popping it? Also, then that obviously then translated into then the current war with Tesla and Edison and all them. But long before that, these people were experimenting with animals to get electricity from them, and taking the charge from them, putting them into copper rings to try to keep electricity.
You can just put two spuds together and generate electricity.
And you can fucking make a clock run from two fucking spuds. What's her name? Penny from the Big Bang Theory reckons, can she get that fella's pacemaker to come back to work by connecting them to the spuds? I don't know. Have you ever seen that episode?
I've not seen that episode now, but
it's quite funny. Yeah, Penny's great. But I love them all. I love them all. Pity it's gone. Do you know, I purposely didn't watch the end of the episode. I didn't actually watch the half the last series, because I didn't want to say goodbye to the Big Bang Theory.
Actually, we could go on about that, but there we go.
Yeah, so hold on, let me just. But Rob Spyro, hello Rob, says, yeah, you mean electricity in B freaking C? We lost the tech. Yeah, I know. Tech just goes around, comes around, and goes back around again. And whether we want it or not, we either have it or we don't have it. And the powers that be said, you know what? Let's give this next generation electricity. Let's not give these ones electricity. Let's give these ones phones. Let's not give these ones phones. Let's get this one on a fucking Apple iPad so I can scan their head and see exactly. Make a fucking 3D version of them somewhere else, like in a Sims game.
Electric cars in 1930. No, there's a one for you.
You know, electric cars were the first cars to be. They were now. Here's something, a little bit of information that I hold on. Let me see if I can access that part of my brain. Hold on, there we go. There it is, right there. Right. So electric cars. Just on history that I've seen about electric cars. So the most popular electric cars in the 1800s was one of the most popular versions of the cars that could have been on sale. At the time, they had steam powered, they had electric powered, and they had obviously petroleum powered, which is whatever they had. But electric was number one in them days. That was back in the 1800s, before any electric car was actually brought onto any kind of road. That's just part of the. So electric cars were there for a long, long time. Then they disappeared because petroleum just said, you know what, fuck you. And then obviously steam, they said, you know what, we're not going to make money out of steam because you can make steam out of water, so let's just leave that be, and let's give all the money to all these people that have oil companies, and hence all these wars start. Who's gonna create a war over electricity? Electricity's free. You can make a generator in your house out of copper rings, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Sorry. You can make oh
yeah.
Yeah. So
just grab a couple of potatoes and hook it all up.
UAP channel last night. Okay, I didn't. Whoever UAP channel is, but Tracy, thank you. So yeah. So and then True TNT remembers that from the documentary Who Killed the Electric Car. Yeah. So it's one. It was actually over the three different versions of cars. Electric was the highest, it was bought by so many people, but then it just disappeared. And they should have seen the state of them cars, man. Fucking big old rinkety wobbly fucking wooden wheels on them, and I'd be afraid to sit on one of them. I know timber doesn't conduct fucking electricity, but Jesus Christ, if you touched on fucking a bit of copper, you'd be blown to the kingdom too,
Like,
woohoo! You hold that. What I'd be doing for the laugh, I'd be grabbing someone else's hand and grabbing the car, and the electricity would go through me and shock them, just for the laugh, just because I'd be one of them, jacket lads, kind of, let's just take the piss. And then again, I'd probably just get arrested for it and end up in the back of a police car, an electric powered police car.
You can do I remember experiments at school where you'd have a ring of people, and they'd send electricity around everyone. That was
cool. That's right. You can also
I remember that.
You can also do that with So say for instance you have a stereo and you have the wire coming out of the stereo, and the speakers say 200 foot down the road, and you have 100 foot of wire, and you get 100 foot of people to hold hands. And then one on each end of that line holds the speaker wire. The sound will come out of the speaker. So it's not only electricity. That's an experiment. I don't know if you want to try it at home. So if you grab one end of the wire that goes into the back of the stereo, one end of the wire that goes into the speaker, the actual sound will come through your body to the speaker.
Wow.
Ooh, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, that's just
22,
really...
22. the synchronizing.
Oh,
I forgot to say hello to Jamie. Hello, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. Oh, what was I going to say to you, Matthew? You put a post up the other day about, was it your nephew that you wanted to maybe ask or tell him about
I'm just going to ask him a couple of questions about certain things, what he remembers, and then I won't mention anything else. But he'll probably go to see that movie because he likes the science fiction and all that stuff. And it might wake him up a bit, So.
Okay. What age is he?
About 15, I think. 15, 16, around that age.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can comment on that. I suppose
he's super intelligent. That's for sure.
It's easy for us to say because the Mandela effect stepped upon us, and then we just woke up to it. We're trying to wake someone else up to the Mandela effect. Go for it. I
mean, like I said, he's super.
Just be careful, man.
No.
Don't blow his fucking mind straight off. He's off the hinges,
Do you have any questions?
I don't think it's available in. Sorry, I was just saying. I don't think the movie's available in the UK apart from it's available on iTunes.
When is it out? Is it out
6th of December in America and stuff.
I'll send you the link on the 6th.
Oh, brilliant!
I thought that was.
I'll send you. Yeah, no worries. If it's in the cinema, well, it's actually in the cinema on the 6th. I'll probably have a cam version on the 7th, and probably a screener version probably by the 10th.
You'd be watching
Hopefully.
like this. You'd be watching like this, and
No, yeah, sometimes, but I get screeners sent to me as well because I have a friend that actually has a screener room. Rich fucking fuckers. Fair play to them.
I might need to get off soon because I am up really early, like.
And you've had a big, massive glass of gin the size of your head. We'll put that up to the screen again. It's fucking massive. No, but when you showed us earlier on, you had it right up there, and I'm like, that looks fucking massive. That just looks like one of them old. You know, remember you used to get a keg of beer years ago, and they were like, they were double. They had 3 or 4 pints in them, and when you opened them, it just sprayed everywhere, and you were like, fuck, I just paid £5 for this little keg, and it just spilled all over me. Anyway.
Yep, true.
The good old days when the skies were blue and there was no chemtrails and the sun was yellow and everything was right with the world. But you know what? That was probably the next version of something that we couldn't remember. You know, could be. All crazy.
We're all mad here.
We're all mad here.
No, we're all mad in here.
No, we're
mostly
we're all mad down
mostly
here.
Everyone's mad.
Yeah, mostly, but
mostly everyone's mad here now. So it is, but we're all mad here.
I picked up some beautiful ornaments of Alice herself. She has a bottle in her hand. She looks like an alcoholic, you know, where you either drink me or eat me, you know, that part in the movie.
Yep.
Now the statue is about a foot tall. She's on her knees and she has a bottle in her hand. And then we have the rabbit. I have the rabbit there, and he has a clock in his hand, and he also has I don't know what it looks like to me. I don't know what he has. He has something, but I picked them up as well. They're quite nice. So I was going to put them in a video of, you know, in the background. The way you have your video, you know, you can show your faces, and I obviously have the face for radio. I was going to put them in the background and put the Irish flag behind me, and I'll be all patriotic and do that and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I think C3PO will just look better because I've got glasses on.
Ireland's very close to the UK now. Just before I go. Very close.
I could tell you in kilometers.
No, it used to be like miles away. It was much further than where it is now.
Well, hold on. See, my map is the same as your one behind you, but it's in the corner, and it's kind of small. But I look at it, but the closest part to Ireland, closest part to England that we have is in the north, isn't it? And it's directly across from. It's where Giant's Causeway is. So you have Giant's Causeway in the north of Ireland.
Have you
ever seen Giant's Causeway?
Just very quickly before I do that.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one.
You swim. So, oh my god.
So just there's a thing called Giant's Causeway, which are a set of steps. Right,
oh, really?
And I don't know. Yeah, they look like steps. So I think on there's I probably have a photograph of it somewhere. I've been there a few times.
Wow.
It actually shows on the banner what the distance is. I wonder if I find that photograph, I can see if I can find it.
It was never that close to the UK, ever.
Looks a bit closer, alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's much closer. The way compared to when I last looked at it, it was much.
And what's the name of that town that is right close to? What's the name of that one that's close to? I can't see it. Yeah, that one. You read it out. I can't see it.
Rear. I can't say it.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Stranraer?
Stranraer? Is it Ellerman?
No,
yeah.
the other man's in the middle.
Yeah, Ellerman's there. It's closer.
Yeah.
That's close. Yeah, it's moved. Anyway, but yeah.
So just on that part there are actually steps.
That's it. Galloway.
Galloway. So there's steps there called the Giant's Causeway. I don't know where they're around, but they're kind of near.
Where's that lake what was that lake in the middle there?
One second, let me say this for a sec. Hold on, Matthew. So there's a thing called the Giant's Causeway. It looks like a set of steps. In old Irish mythology, a lad called Finbar MacCool or I can't remember. Finn Balor's up. He was a giant. Apparently, he was a giant. You know, the way these things are made out to be giants. So that's where he walked to Scotland and got the Celtic friends. He walked down the Giant's Causeway, which is a set of steps that actually go into the sea from just off Belfast, you know, the north, and they actually come up underneath Scotland. But because of the corrosion and stuff like that, I think some of the steps are lost. But if you look at ancient mythology and stuff like that in Irish history, these great legends, he went through this. He went and he ended up in the middle of Scotland, so it ended up in somewhere in the middle of Scotland, and he met with all these Celtic warriors and stuff like that, and then reinforced his armies, and they also reinforced their armies because Celtic and Irish and Scotland kind of had. But this was meant to be a secret passage for giants, to be able to get from one place to another without having to go over the water or through borders or anything like that, which apparently that's just something that I thought I'd go crazy and talk about.
That lake.
Good.
That lake in the middle.
Which one?
On the island.
Loch. On island? In Ireland?
Aye.
Sorry.
It's not on this.
How old is that map?
1897.
Yeah.
The lake is not in there.
A lot of locks were not shown on. Well, I don't know. This is just a theory I have. A lot of locks weren't shown. All we can see is the bottom of that book, man. Can't really say that, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
We should definitely do this again.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about.
Yes, we do.
I need to.
Let Helen say goodbye. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Big hand.
It'd be weird now if you just went by and just switched off.
Right. Thank you, everybody.
Catch you later.
Thank you for turning up. And take care. See you all again soon.
Thank you so
Catch
much.
you later.
We love you
Thanks.
so much, and thank you for being on the show. Don't forget to tune into pop over to Helen's channel as well and subscribe to her if you're not already subscribed to her, please.
Oh, thank you.
Great videos.
Woo. Much frosty love, everybody.
Catch you later. Bye.
So then there was two.
Yeah.
Two. So what do you want to talk about? What theory shall we talk about now?
I don't know.
Bring up a topic and we'll talk about some
Ed McMahon again.
Oh, Ed McMahon again. Okay.
Yeah, because it's getting on my nerves now. I mean, I must have watched about 5 new commercials on Ed McMahon today. Some I've never seen before, and they look staged as hell, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Right, definitely. Just get used to it, man. There's fucking so much of that shit going to be coming out.
Yeah, and I still think it's what do you call it? Deep fake technologies at play here.
Yeah, it's if you look at it, deep fade or deep face technology or whatever you want to call it, I can't remember.
Deep fake
technology that's been out for hundreds of years. That's what might be 100. That's been out for centuries, but it's only got into the YouTubers' hands probably in the last 10 years. But a lot of that's been done for a long, long time. Technology they're probably, I don't know, we're probably about 100 years behind them than what they say they are. But anything can be faked. If you imagine a Universal Studio or something like, someone who worked for Universal Studios getting an extra couple of quid for making this deep fake video to put on YouTube, and he's getting hundreds of thousands because he's going to get hundreds of hits on it. So why wouldn't he? He's probably jumping on the bandwagon and making all these fake videos. But it's all algorithms to them. They look what's what left the server 10 years ago and what's going to be popular with us now these days. So they already have all this program ready to fucking go in the software. The likes of Facebook, the likes of YouTube, the likes of this, and the likes of all other social media. They all have all this all planned out. It's like a big system to them, and it's all a money making program, in fairness. So all these videos are probably already lined up, and there's probably people lining up around the corner to make these fake videos for YouTube. They're going to pay them hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and they can also backdate it and put take the stamp off it and put it onto okay, this was made in 1980, and it's only come up on a YouTube channel. It's got 150 subscribers, and it's been open for 10 years. How the hell is that, man? I'm only up for a year and a half, and I've got what 100 and whatever, 180.
Yeah.
Let's get that 1,000. No, I don't want to be 1,000. I just want to be me.
Yeah, that's what I don't get on that particular video what I shared on the previous video. It only had something like 65 subscribers on it, and it looked like a fresh new channel. You know, it's that's
Sorry,
the
I'm
most
just
bizarre.
laughing at the comment there. Funny that UAP was taking Photoshop back in the late 1800s. I'm telling you, there's photographs from there's people going around taking photographs in the 1800s, in late 1800s. You know, if you look back at the camera history and stuff like that, you'll realize they've been taking photographs since God knows what, since the Western times, since this, that, and other, and back in them days, and even before.
Especially
then.
3D ones.
Yeah, the 3D ones, the different angle ones, yeah, especially, yeah. But you know,
No, that's it.
revert back to the whole thing of technology being taken from us and then being given to us, and then okay, we'll give
Then
them this
going
bit,
back and
give them
forward.
this bit. It's kind of like drip, 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 drip. Let's drip, drip. We'll give them this bit. We'll give them that bit. Let's see what to do with this. Can they figure it out? That's lovely. They can figure it all out themselves. I mean, I can smell that, man. For fuck's sake, it's like smell-o-vision. we're gonna get this taken down just for that. Just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, this video might go viral.
Offensive behaviour.
You might be on Rude Tube next week. Man farts on live stream. And R2D2 goes crazy in the corner. Oh, fuck me. Think of a Christmas tree. Oh, God. Oh, bit of fun.
Oh dear, that's just.
God. So, what else? Do we have any more residue, or are we just
No,
talking
that's
theories?
it.
We just talk theories.
We're just talk theories now.
Okay,
So-
give us a topic in the comments there, and we'll talk about it. Anyone left? Is there anyone watching?
Yeah, 12
we
people
all alone?
watching.
12 people. Thank you very much. Anyone want to just give us something that we talk about in the Panama pictures in San Francisco in 1850 on John Levy? Oh yeah, definitely. There was photographs have been around since the when were the first photographs when the Cherokees and all where they were chopping off bloody Indians' heads and stuff like that back in them days. When was that? That was late 1700s.
Yeah, it was.
But if you think about it, that's only 3 lifetimes ago. So it's not that fucking far long ago. When you think, some people go, oh yeah, that was hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It wasn't. That was 3 of my lives ago, basically.
Yeah.
So that's 3 people ago.
The thing is, if you want to see a true photograph of a panoramic view, go look up 10,000 miles on a dog's leg, page 333, believe it or not. They have a picture of a sundog, the earliest known one, and it's a panoramic. Yeah.
Okay.
The picture, the book was actually released in 1914.
I'm just
Go
reading
figure that
the
one.
comments there. You're darn tootin'. Good man. Panama Pig. Yes. Rob Stoner. You wouldn't get that on Blazer's channel. What wouldn't we get? I don't know. Yeah, we probably wouldn't. I swear a lot. I don't. He doesn't. Good old Need Input doesn't swear at all. Fair play to him. Love that man. He appeared on your show. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, he did. I should get him on again.
Yeah, I'm talking to him and Brian McFarland and a few other people trying to get them on to our live streams and hopefully get a few more people involved. So be great. So we're still trying to see. Someone give us a topic to talk about in the comments, and we'll see if we can rattle our brains and come out with some mad ideas of some weird shit. There's another. Hold on, let me see. There's one. I do have a list because I done this yoke yesterday, the other day, video, but I was talking about theories. But sure, you couldn't hear me. I may as well be talking to a bucket of shite. But anyway. Here we go. So now I done this in my video. Then you asked me the next day about it. Who said, "May the force be with you"? Was it? Who was it? Was it Obi-Wan Kenobi or was it Han Solo? So you asked me this yesterday in the messenger. I mentioned it the day before. I have a list down. So you'd be surprised to hear that it wasn't actually Obi-Wan Kenobi that says, "May the Force be with you." Now I'm talking about the first movie. It was actually Han Solo that said it to him. Most people remember, him saying it. fucking Obi-Wan saying it may be 40 with you, but it's not. He didn't actually say it. It was actually Han Solo. So another one. Let me see. I'll just running through my little list just to keep up. You're a Mario man. Are you a Mario man? Would you ever play Mario Brothers?
Yeah, when I was a kid, and he was
when
blue.
you were a kid, on the first level, them piranha things that come out of the tubes.
Yeah.
So on the first level of the first level, was there a piranha coming out of the first tube? Yeah, no.
Yes.
The piranha heads that come out of the tube. Was there a piranha come out of the first level on the first thing? Yeah. Yeah,
there was.
So apparently he is now, but some people remember him not being there or something about that. Okay, next one. Moving on. I'll talk. Oh, we've got some stuff that we're going to talk about now. Moving on. What's the largest river in America? I'll give you two options: the Mississippi River or the Missouri River. Now this
Missouri now.
You fucker! You shouldn't have told them. These fuckers, they hold off there. You're telling them the answer. I want them to answer. Anyway, it is the Missouri, and it's actually over 100 miles longer than the Mississippi.
Yeah, which is bizarre.
Big old spoiled sport. Hold on, let me see who. Okay, so I found a new Mandela effect. Google Saint Christopher the dog-headed. Okay, so Google him while I'm talking to you. Google Saint Christopher and the dog head. Missouri, yes, you're right. I say, yeah, but he just fucking told you, TNT. He just told you. So I don't know. I can count it out. The second he gave the answer. So you Google that and see what comes up. I'll see if I can go off with some mad theories on this. Dazzle ships in the war. Yes, I have a book there that dates back to I done a video on my channel if you want to check it out. The book has every picture of every ship ever made, and it doesn't have any razzle dazzle on it. Razzle Dazzle came out there. I don't know. It's a big thing. It came out a couple of months ago. We covered it on Brian's show. I think Need Input covered it as well. I found the book of residue that every boat that's ever been made doesn't have it on it. Now, if you go into London, there's one sitting right there in front of me, and right outside the Shakespeare Theatre. It's right there. It's not quite razzle dazzle, but you can see someone try to fucking do something with it because that ship is sitting in the Thames River. It's been sitting there for years. I'm sure I've passed it 101 times. We're gonna get banned if you keep farting. So I went past it 101 times, and then I went past it there. After noticing about razzle dazzle, this thing came up, and I took a photograph of it, and it does have razzle dazzle, but I do have residue on a book there. I can't remember what it's called. It's there somewhere anyway. But yeah. I'm not going to take a photograph of every book, but I've got residue that it was never. It doesn't say anything about it in the book, but it actually, doesn't have any photographs of it either. But so maybe this is just something that it was just a stealth thing and they didn't want us to know about, and we said, you know what, fuck, we'll let you.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a theory.
Well, I've never heard of it. It's just every time I see a woman in that dress and that design, I just think of a battleship.
So Tracy said he wasn't there. Or he's not there, but yes, there was a piranha on the first level. So stinkers, what's stinkers? Okay, true TNT stinkers. Have you done the whole this Saint Christopher and the dog head? What is it?
It's a big huge dog with a man's head on it. Something.
Saint Christopher. Let me Saint Christopher. Fuck me, pink up a Christmas tree. I'm just doing it. So yeah, what do you think of the image?
Weird.
Christopher PH. Eeyores dog. Let me see. Let me have a look at this yoke. See what it is. Oh yeah. That's a mad looking yoke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me have a.
That can't be Saint Christopher, can it?
So Saint Christopher as dog-headed result from the misinterpretation of Latin term fuck off. Sorry. Sorry. That's just the easy way to just say fuck that. Not you. I mean, just this Wikipedia shit is probably changing in front of my eyes. But let me read what I can. You're probably on the same bloody page as me.
Yeah, I probably am.
Yeah, I'm just on Wikipedia. So that's a weird image. Where's it gone? Fuck off. That's just talking about Saint Christopher. Where's the dog? Come on, dog.
Yeah, Jackal.
There we go. So the description in art. St. Christopher offered protection from travellers against sudden death. Many churches place images of him, statues usually opposed to the south door, so he could be easily seen. He is usually depicted as a giant of a man with a child on his shoulder and a staff in his hand. In England,
the saint patron of children. Yeah,
yeah, but we all know what that is. Did he ever work for the BBC?
I don't know.
In 1904, Mr. Collier, writing for the British Archaeological Association, reported 183 paintings, statues, and other representations of the saint, outnumbering all other aspects for the Virgin Mary. So there's more paintings of him than there was the Virgin Mary. Now, here's a question for you. That's a very interesting one. Thank you very much for bringing that to our attention.
Interesting.
On our group. If you want to stick it on our group, you're more than welcome to. What was I talking about? A very interesting one there. Now it's gone. It's gone. Gone.
I've got a little pendant of Saint Christopher somewhere.
I have 2 or 3 there as well somewhere.
But it's pictures of him as a human, not a dog.
Say that again?
It pictures him as a human, but not a dog.
Oh yeah. No, they don't. Yeah, that's just a weird painting. It looks like the painting is a misinterpretation of him with someone else on his shoulders or something like that. But with these ancient paintings, the more you dig into them, the more weirder they look. Like I picked up some paintings now. I collect all sorts of fucking mad shit. From books on ancient mythology to kids' books, whatever I got there. I've got Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree. I've got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The reason why I've got them books is because Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, there's a Mandela effect in that book. There's one in the Winnie the Pooh there. I bought that book. I also have other books there, but they all vary from ancient mythology to Bibles to history that's written in words rather than written on the internet. Because if you go to the internet, I can change if I was a hacker, I'd change it just to piss people off. But if people are getting paid for it, you'd be doing it all the time. So go to a book, look at it that way, man. But that's weird. I've
got a question for you.
Go on.
Big one. Rupert the bear, right?
Rupert the bear.
The little bear who went to school and have adventures in the forest and all that stuff.
Good man.
Right. Did he ever wear a hat?
Now, some people are going to get mixed up with him and Paddington, ain't they?
No, Paddington is a completely different breed of bear. He's from Peru.
Yeah, but being from Ireland, he wasn't a big thing in my country. Paddington. Or who did you say?
Rupert the bear.
Rupert the bear and Paddington weren't that big in my country. And we obviously heard about them, but does he wear a hat or doesn't he wear a hat? Is he the one with the yellow Mac?
And that's Paddington.
That's Paddington. Okay, so this is the one with the blue Mac?
And that's still Paddington.
Oh, does he even wear a Mac?
No, he doesn't. He just wears a big blue coat now. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm talking about Rupert the bear, the schoolboy bear. He's a white bear, and for some reason I've got a strong memory of him wearing a schoolboy hat. Okay. Because it was in private school, and then he's just got like a schoolboy hat and a school uniform on. And that's the time you would wear hats like that, you know what I mean? And I remember a hat. I'm sure of it.
So Rob Stoner and Tracy don't remember say no hat. So yeah, you remember him having a hat? You should put it out there on our group and ask. I think. Well, I just when I'm doing Mandela effects and the like, I always obviously resort to going to YouTube, going in, typing it in, asking, seeing if a video comes up. If someone's covered it, it isn't, or if someone's covered it, it is, and you just put out the residue that you find. If no one's covered it, then you go and you look on boards and whatever. And if someone's covered it, then it's a Mandela effect. You try to just add on to it and put your residue onto it. But there's so many different things coming up on the Mandela effect because of this Mandela effect movie. But I think that the Mandela effect is happening on a minute level, on a microscopic level, and it bubbles up every now and again and that makes the big changes that we see. But on a microscopic level, you can't see a microscope unless you've got a fucking microscope. And who has a microscope in their house to look at fucking is my fucking heart in the middle, or are my toes changing over, or are my bollocks moved around, or all these different changes? I don't know. I'm just talking off the top of my head. So let me just do the chat there. Do churches still have crosses on them over in Europe? I don't know. I mean, are we in Europe? Are we still in Europe?
Yes, we are. We're not.
You ain't. I am. I'm Irish. No, actually, I haven't been to a church for a long time.
I wouldn't know.
Seems like more churches.
I'll check.
So don't do churches have crosses on them in Europe? Seems like more churches don't here. They do. I remember there are quite a lot back home in Ireland, but I haven't really searched in too many English churches. But definitely in Ireland, the cross is there. But if you look back at the history of was he hung on a cross, or whatever you want to call it, crucified on a cross? He wasn't it a tree? No, he was actually crucified on a tree, not a cross.
Yeah,
is that correct?
Yeah, apparently, but a couple of my Bibles still say cross.
Oh no, they're all Bibles will say cross. But then if you go deeper and deeper and deeper into it, if you go into the dark web, and then you go into the dark web and all that shit, you find out all this weird shit. Now I don't do that shit because I don't even know how to turn on a computer. But it's, if you go into that, you can find out if whatever you type in, you'll find. I don't like putting in new Mandela effects into YouTube and trying to find out if they're there, because the second you put them in, you're gonna fucking find it. Someone else has already covered it. So it is very, very hard to do these, new Mandela effects and try to figure out if it's an effect or if it's just, me misremembering. All right, am I affected so much that I'm actually looking for Mandela effects now, and the ones that I'm seeing actually, I'm just thinking, do you know what? I'm not too sure on that one, so I'm going to put it out as a Mandela effect. But, that's what we're here for. Put it out as a Mandela effect. If it is it, or just ask someone, what do you remember? And put it out there. Do you remember? Don't give them a, do you remember this way, or do you remember this way? Don't preempt them. Just ask them, what do you remember? And then, elaborate from there, That's what I say. John, you're very welcome. No worries. So, yeah, definitely that one. Okay, True TNT, another new ME in people turning into stone, called stiff skin syndrome. Have you ever heard of that?
Never heard of that one, Nick.
Never heard of that. What's stiff?
No.
Is that something to do with the Viagra release? I'm not taking the piss at you. I'm just taking the piss at that. That's kind of funny. Stiff skin. That's the first thing that came to my head. Stiff skin, Viagra. A woman's best friend.
Thickening of the skin, apparently, can be limited joint movement and stuff like that. Okay. Makes your skin more thicker and hard to move.
So Rupert the Bear had tartan dungarees.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so yellow tartan trousers and a red jumper is what I remember. That's Rob Stoner. New one from me too. Viagra, yeah. Don't you love Viagra? I don't know. I've never used one. Never had to. Don't have women. They don't touch.
Never needed it.
It's not good. It's not that I don't have that I can keep an erection around like that. I just don't have any women. It's because I look like that. Look, C-3PO. I wear glasses all the time. But you do know when I take them glasses off, I'm like Superman. When I take them glasses off, I turn into someone else. I'm joking.
Stiff little fingers.
Oh yeah, stiff little fingers, lovely.
Great band too.
That's from rubbing your hands with the Viagra, man. Telling you should pop the pill straight away. Don't keep it in your hand, man. They are a great little band. Do you know where they're from? Northern Ireland.
Yep, I know. I met them a few times actually.
Have you? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. They're they were. I grew up listening to some of them, and they're Fergal Sharkey and all them and whatever as well. Because I was a mod, then I was a rock, and I was never a rocker. I was a mod. I was a punk. I was a a Vespa boy. I was all sorts of shit. I was a little fucking delinquent, to be honest. But sure, it is what it is. So
An
anyone,
Irish one of that.
an Irish one, you know. So the maddest of them all, drinking beer and just being a little shit. You can only imagine I was a nightmare. But sure, it is what it is. I woke up and here I am now.
I always better remember back in the day as well. So you know,
we're all from wherever we're from. I suppose all different backgrounds, and let's not get into all the madness.
Geordie.
remember them I was saying earlier on the show. You had that little cage in the back of your mind where you keep all them little theories. That's where you keep all the little madnesses when you were young.
Yeah.
You don't tell anyone. That now I was a little shit. So any other effects we want to talk about? Oh, let me revert back to my book. Hold on. Let me revert. I have a list. So we've done the Grand Central Station, Grand Central fucking terminal thing.
Yeah, that's a strange one.
That is a strange one. If you want to find residue for that, if you go and watch the film Watchmen, there is a scene in that where they are downstairs in the basement, and I'm sure you're familiar with the film Watchmen. So
I've seen it.
They're downstairs in the basement where it's him and her, the ones that have sex in the machine later on. It's him and her talking to each other, but there's a picture in the background, and it says Grand Central Station. It actually has a picture of the central station there. So if anyone wants to go and find that, go for it. It's there. I haven't had a chance to find it. Well, I have had a chance, but I just didn't want to stop the DVD and take a photograph because I was like sitting on my sofa. And do you know what? It must have took me. I watched the 3 seasons of Rick and Morty. Oh, True TNT, and who's going? Hold on. So someone say, no. Oh, I'm getting all mixed up here. So, yeah, True TNT. Rob Stoner, who's going? Yes, thank you. Someone's going anyway. True TNT is going. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Jump over to my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you will, please. Anyone that's in the chat. There's Minimal Animal. Prim. I'll just call him Prel. Good lad, Prel. Hello. Welcome to the show. We're just talking theories, and yes, give us a theory and we'll talk about it. Anything. Throw it at us, and we'll try to get to the bottom.
Oh yeah, give it your best shot.
Give it your best shot. We'll try. So let me see what else. We'd like to write. Okay. La 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 la. I've got a list of stuff. Okay, so la 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 la. I have more lists here. Oh, there we go. Oh. So the song, now this is a new Mandela effect, or maybe it's no. I haven't googled this yet. It could be bollocks. I don't know. So the song "Sunshine," you know, sunshine, you make me feel happy when the skies are grey.
Yeah, I know it.
So
yeah.
the actual lyrics, so you make me happy when the skies are grey and the stars are grey. Or the stars are something other color. What do you remember? Stars are bright.
Stars are bright.
I don't remember now. I just remember writing this down because I thought it was a Mandela effect, but I can't read my own writing. So, happy when the skies are grey or the stars are grey. So, is it the skies are? Oh, that's when I remember it now. So the Mandela effect on this one is stars are grey or skies are grey. Sunshine, you make me happy when skies or stars are grey. Why would the stars be grey?
It's stars.
Yeah, so
stars are grey.
Yeah, stars are grey. No, stars are grey or stars are bright. Yeah, anyway, that's
bright.
a weird one.
It's bright.
So I was looking at. There's a program on the other day, and it was on about these books from the 1500s that are in a library in London, and it was it's the first ever person who went to some foreign country. It was before they went across to America, or maybe they were in America, wherever they were, but the other side of the map hadn't even been written. So this fella went out and decided to draw these pictures of all these lovely animals that he's seen. You know, and he's taking documents of them, you know, putting all this information into a book. Now, this book is like from the 1500s, and it has pictures of unicorns and other stuff in it that he has seen. Now, he's only taken these. He's obviously sat there and looked at this animal, and he's taken. Obviously, has a photographic memory, so he goes home then and draws this picture, and then figures out its anatomy and draws the insides and outsides of it and stuff like that. But it has a detailed picture of a unicorn and other mythical creatures that we only see in books, but that disappeared. I just thought that was fascinating. So people are here saying that the skies are grey, rather than the stars are grey. Yeah, could be. I got this out of a movie, and I think the lyrics might have been changed for the movie itself. So thank you for putting me straight on that. So it's the skies are grey, not the stars are grey. It could have something to do with it was all old people playing in the movie, and just be on about them being grey because they're older. Prel says, I found an interesting UFO clip from Russia in the 1990s while I was investigating photos. A moon of stars. Yeah, please share it in our group if you will. I have a group on Facebook called UFO London. If you want to go and try that out. I also have a group called UFO International. If you want to go and maybe throw it on there, or you can stick it on our Mandela Effect Investigators page. It's Mandela Effect Investigators UK. We're the only really active group that are in the UK at the moment. We're trying to get as many UK people into it, because some people think that we're not as affected as everyone else, but Jesus, we are. Fucking hell. I find it easier to find residue for American stuff than I do English stuff, and that's probably something to do with my background, because it's easier for me to find American stuff living in England, where it's probably easier for people in America to find English stuff, because we walk around every day and we see residue all day. If I took photographs of every bit of residue I had, I'd be still down the fucking street. I wouldn't be talking to you right here,
That's true.
So Prel, yeah, please do go and, or if you have a link to it, man, don't put it in the comments, or the live chat, or if you do put it in the live chat, put a space between it and .com or whatever. Break it up a little bit, because if you put a web address, it won't come up on the comments for some reason. I've noticed that on my YouTube videos. You have five comments. You go to look at them. There's only 2 showing, because the other ones have either got a web address on them, which they think is someone is either trying to spam you by putting this, that, and other.
Yeah.
So if you're leaving comments in it, and you're putting a link to a group or something like that, what I suggest is put a space between that and .com, so it doesn't register as an actual web address, and it'll actually post it and we can see it then, So off topic, 10 watching now. Started streaming 119 minutes ago. Just happened to see it when I glanced the screen. That's another 119 from me. I see 119, 1119, 911 all the time. Well, maybe you should ring 911 and ask them why you keep contacting me. Will you ever fuck off? I'm just joking. If I kept on seeing 911, I'd be like, I better go to America and ring these. As soon as I leave for our sub-U system. Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Or huge UFO Russia photos, you should do it. Okay, I can look at it, definitely. I will definitely have a look at that. There's a lot of stuff on my group of the UFO part as well. So please go in if you're on it. I'll definitely look at that. Yeah, I'll definitely look for that. But please do join our group on my UFO group as well. Excuse me.
Get it all out.
I can't. If I get it all out, it'll go all over the computer. Okay, so let me see what else. I have a few more lists. Did you see? You don't watch Rick and Morty, no? You were saying that earlier on.
I've never seen it yet.
So in the new series, they have Elon Musk in it, right?
Yeah, more likely.
He's an alternative universe one, so he's Elon Tusk. So he's basically himself that he has tusks, But it's funny because they start taking the piss out of him, saying, "Oh yeah, your Earth version of you is 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 a gobshite," or he goes off on one. He has to be controlled, and that could be a nudge at going, "Oh yeah, he has to be controlled because he's a better version of you," which I just thought was funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, L.A. Raiders eye patch. Which side was it on, left or right?
I wouldn't know because I'm not familiar with that.
So a lot of people know the LA Raiders from probably what's the name of them again? NWA. They made them kind of famous because you had Ice-T walking around with the LA Raiders shirts on. They were big followers of NWA because they're Oakland Raiders, which are in California or in LA obviously, but in and around that area. They're near San Francisco. I was there actually. But they're more one of the bigger teams. But under patch, of their club, it's a pirate. Well, not a pirate, but whoever it is, they have a patch on either the right eye or the left eye. Now it's an interesting thing. I don't know if you go and I found one picture of them with it on the opposite eye.
Funny enough, they're getting beat.
Who's getting beat?
The Raiders.
LA Raiders. Yeah, no, they're shit. You just have really ferocious fans. Their fans are known for being very, very violent and very, well, not very violent, but they follow in that whole, gangster rap thing. And I think they're a great team. Fair play, just do whatever you need. So, Prem said, "Wait, I found it." Yeah, please. Okay. It's on a channel called Sinistro. Dated. Okay. I'll check that out after the show, Sinistro. Cool, thank you very much. Let me see what else I can find whilst I'm here. Since we're talking, if you want to give us a few theories, we can talk some theories, or we can just go and we can go to bed.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up because it's been on for 2 hours now.
Let me just go. Let me see if I just find one more for the laugh. No. Well, let's see if I can talk about. So, okay, seriously, Mandela effect strikes again. Bill Murray alive? Yeah, of course he is. But didn't he die?
Doing Ghostbusters 3.
But didn't he die like 2 years ago? No. I'm just reading this off a different post. He obviously came out with that movie with the lad from Star Wars last year. It actually came out this year, where they're walking around doing the Walking Dead type of thing, where they're going around killing zombies.
Oh yeah, that was actually a good movie. I watched that and I quite enjoyed that.
It was alright. It was a shitty ending, but he obviously told you all the way through it's going to be a shitty ending for us. And then I won't tell you how it ends. What else then? Yeah, I suppose we just call it an evening then, will we? Let's say goodbye to everyone and wish them all the best. And So Prel asked, are the Packers playing? Did you were looking at their site there?
No, it was somebody else that were playing against the Raiders, but we're getting beat terribly, 26-0.
Okay. Well, yes, they were playing them, but they're losing awfully.
Yeah.
I know a few people from Wisconsin, so I'd be, I suppose, a Packers fan if I was anything, just to be friends with people who are from Wisconsin. Well, not really. They're called Cheeseheads, I think. But they won the Super Bowl there a couple of years ago. My friend actually he's a major in the American Army. He actually got to go to that Super Bowl, and his team won, and he got to meet the team afterwards. And I'm like, wow, man, how was that? And like, I was stuck. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, man, you're a fucking major in the Army. Why didn't you be? Anyway, listen. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in and catching us. Please pop over to my channel and give me a sub and give me a couple of thumbs up and whatever. And I suppose then I'll pass it over to you, Matthew. You want to say goodbye?
Yeah, thanks for turning up, guys. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm totally knackered now, so I'm going to bed soon after this.
You're lightweight.
Yeah, no, I'm
gonna get out the bottle of gin and stand on my window ledge and fucking get me bollocks out and go, ah! No, I'm not really. I done that last week. I didn't get much response of it. They couldn't see. They couldn't see me bollocks. Anyway, I'll just say before you go, thanks very much, everyone. Love you all. Really appreciate you. Tracy Butler says right eye. By the way, just listen. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. And Matthew,
thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. We love you all.
Catch you later, guys.
Bye.